Good day, Divergence traders. Long time no see, huh? Yeah, I was, as you know, still recovering from my strokes, and yeah, it really hit me good lately. I call it brain fog, and yeah, so I kind of laid off doing the Divergence videos for. It's been 2 or 3 weeks now, I think. But I decided to do one today because it's my birthday today, June 1st. Yes. Can anybody guess how old I am? I am 63 years old today. But anyway, I didn't get you to come and watch this video to hear about my birthday. So I just want to show you where there were some really good setups today. So I just wanted to show you the setups on the 1 minute time frame. You see up here? Yeah, 1 minute. See it? Oh, there. See 1 minute and then the M1 in brackets? Yeah, it's the 1 minute. And you're probably thinking to yourself, oh, that's too fast. That's too fast. I don't know if I can, do it that fast. But you can. Trust me, you can. You have a whole, by the time the candle opens or closes, you have a minute to still figure out what you're going to do at that point in time for that setup, right? So I want to show you the setups. Let me show you the first one. Remember, we trade from when this lighter dashed area highlights, okay? And this is at um, 8 o'clock. Okay, right here is the start at 8 o'clock. You would have got it, it would have opened up, and the way we go. So we had a high and a higher high. Let's put a mark on there. Let's mark that out. High and higher high. Okay, and then we need a high and a lower high to say that it's divergent. So it's just right like this. Boom. See how it's not majorly, but now look at it. You see? You see how that's the divergence right here? Ding, 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 ding. Okay, that's the divergence. So let's bring it right back down. So you would have sold. Let me show you. Let me grab the arrow. Yeah, the arrow. The arrowhead. Right in there. Okay, that's where you would have sold. And your stop would be right up here, right at this resistance 1 line. See resistance 1? That's where we would have put our stop. And as you can see, we would have sold after the 5 EMA crosses down below the 7 EMA. See, this is the 7 EMA, the pink line. It's actually another color, but what do they call that color again? We call it Magneta, okay? Okay. So you would have sold right in here, and if you got right in, if you got to be right there at exactly the right time to do the setup, okay? Because if you sit there and wait all day, well, you got to pick and choose what you got to trade. But if you're looking for divergence like me with higher highs, lower lows, double tops, double bottoms, they come up every so often on the 1 minute. Okay, I look for them on the 5 minute. I look for them on the 15 minute. This time we're looking at the 1 minute. You see that? NAS 100 M1. That's the 1 minute time frame. So we would have sold it there, and down it goes, right down to here. It was 45 points. See? Okay. So say we would have got in here and held on to it all the way down here. Well, it was 154 points or pips or whatever you want to call them down to here. Okay? So that would have been a winner. Then we don't have a trade up here because this needs to be from here to here. This needs to be lower than here, and it's not. So there's no divergence from up here. But the divergence setup is sell right up there and hold it through this little retracement, and down it goes, and hold it through this retracement, and down it goes some more. So what did we have after the higher highs right up here? We had a low, a retracement, and a lower low. So we had a buy setup now. So let's put the doodahs on there. It's right here. Okay, we have a low and a lower low. And on the Asma, it's from there to there like this. See? So you would have bought right in here. Let me put that on there. Boom, right in there like that after the 5 crosses up over the 7. That's our buy trade to buy it up here. And then we had a double top basically up here. Actually, it's a higher high. Hi, how are ya? It's a higher high. And on here. Boom, just like, oh, come on. Just like that. There it is. You would have sold in here. There's divergence all over the chart today. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah, and I'm showing it to you. I know I haven't done a video in a long time. I do profusely apologize, okay? But I haven't been feeling good lately. I've been suffering from brain fog. So it hits me every day. It hits me between the hours of lunchtime and 3 o'clock, sometimes even a little later, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Yeah. And I just sit there in the fog. I'm in the fog. I'm in the brain fog. That's what happens, right? That's why I couldn't do my videos recently, because I had major brain fog, okay? So we had a sell right here, and how much did it go down? Well, it went down 112 points. You see all these winning trades? Sell up here, buy up, buy down here, sell up here again. There's even a double bottom right here if you wanted to trade it too. Yeah, see? Here's the low, and here's the next one up here like this. See, I'll show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. See, we'll just put it as a low and a lower low. See, just like that. Or maybe even just lower lows. We have a double bottom there. And yeah, it goes from here right up to here like this. Boom. See? And we would have been buyers. You have to be there every time when it sets up. We would be buyers where? Right here. Right in there. Boom. See that? First was a sell, then a buy, then a sell, then another buy. You see that? But each and every time, when this crossed down the 5 below the 7, okay, on the 1 minute time frame, you have to be there. You have to be present. So you have to be a trader. You first want to look at the markets only between 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock. But if you're on higher time frames, it could be 9 o'clock and 12 o'clock, could be lunchtime, could be all different times. But because we're looking at the 1 minute time frame today, okay, all these setups were legit, as you can see. But when this sell set up, you needed to be there when it happened, exactly at that when that candle opened up, where the 5 was below the 7. The 5, see right here? The 5, see the 5 in the brackets? The 5 was below the 7. See the 7 in the brackets? Yes. I use a 5 EMA and a 7 EMA, okay? And I stagger them by 1 That's what gives me the separation. Let me just make it bigger to show you. See? Here's this trade here, but you see how the 5 is way down here and this is up here? Yes. Because we have shift, okay? And that's where we put that in. It would be what would it be? Well, it's 0 for the 5. But if we're looking at the 7, it's going to be shift 1. See? Shift 1. That's what I use. I use my trading system that I've been using for like since 2009. Actually, before that, 2007 or something, 2008. No, it must have been later. I've been trading for 25 years, okay, since 2001. Since May of 2001, May or June, somewhere around there. I've been trading since then. But anyway, I stagger them by shifting the 7 EMA over by 1. I shift it over by 1. That's what makes the separation between the two moving averages, because one moving average is faster than the other. Okay? The 5 is the regular moving average and the 7 is shift by 1. That's what gives us separation. See? And then when it crossed up, it would have been a buyer in here and boom, 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 up it goes. See? So anyway, that's all the divergence for today. Let me just show you the other trades too. See the other trade? It would have sold right up here as soon as that closed. I always enter the trade on closed candles, okay? Not the open, mostly the close of a candle. Because when the candles close, you know it's not going to change on you right away quick most of the time, right? Because it just closed, because the candle just closed. Yeah. Now I'm starting to talk on. I was talking so good today, wasn't I? Yes, my brain fog left me and everything, and I was good. But I guess I over-talked my welcome. Anyway, you all have a great day. Good luck and good trading. We'll see you again. Won't be tomorrow, but we'll see you again, okay? We had some really good setups today. That's why I showed you these trade setups. So just remember, you got to be here. You got to be present. You got to be waiting for the setup, the ideal setup. And this is my setup. It's the 5 EMA, the 7 EMA, shift 1, okay? And yeah, and that's it. You just wait for the lines to cross each other. One's faster than the other. So when the faster moving average crosses up and closes up below the moving averages, then that's a buy if it's divergent. You got to have divergence. You got to have the OSMA 12-26-9 is the setting, okay? Remember, we're always looking for higher highs, lower lows, double tops, double bottoms. Yeah, you betcha, Skippy. These setups work. They've been working for a long, long time, since I started looking for divergence myself in 2007, and I believe it was 2009 when when I started doing the videos and stuff, and then eventually I broke into the divergence through my friend Russ Horn. He's the one that taught me how to find and spot these setups which are divergent. Anyway, once again, thank you so much for watching and listening to me today. Good luck, good trading.